Welcome to Information Technology Essentials. In this lesson, we explore Week 3, Computer Software, focusing on software fundamentals. We'll dive into what is actually running on your hardware, how programs are built and executed, and the critical rules governing software licensing. Welcome to Week 3. In this module, we'll examine the core division between system and application software, trace how code gets written and executed, and evaluate the trade-offs between proprietary and open-source models. Mastering these concepts will give you a clear architectural understanding of how modern software environments operate. Every computer relies on two distinct software layers working in harmony. System software, such as Windows, Mac OS, and Linux, runs continuously in the background to manage memory, the CPU, and hardware communication. Application software, including web browsers, office suites, and media editors, runs on top of that foundation, relying on the system software stage to reach the underlying hardware. Creating reliable software requires a structured approach known as the software development lifecycle. It begins with requirements analysis to define exactly what the system must achieve, followed by system design to map out databases, user interfaces, and workflows. Developers then write the actual source code during the implementation phase. Before release, rigorous testing takes place to eliminate bugs and verify system requirements. Once validated, the software moves to deployment in production, entering a continuous maintenance phase to deliver security patches and feature updates over time. To bridge the gap between human thought and hardware operations, code must undergo translation. Developers write source code in human-readable programming languages like Python, Java, or C++. However, the processor can only execute machine code, raw streams of binary ones and zeros. Translation happens through two primary mechanisms: compilation, which converts the entire program into machine code before execution, or interpretation, which translates and executes instructions line by line in real time. Software is also categorized by its licensing and ownership model. With proprietary software, such as Microsoft Windows or Adobe Photoshop, the creator keeps the source code secret. Users purchase a license to run the program under strict terms that prohibit modification or redistribution. In contrast, open-source software, such as Linux or the Apache web server, makes its source code freely accessible to the public, granting users full rights to inspect, modify, and redistribute the code. Adopting open-source solutions presents clear trade-offs that organizations must weigh. On the advantage side, open source eliminates expensive license fees, allows total customization, avoids vendor lock-in, and benefits from global communities that patch vulnerabilities rapidly. On the other hand, there is no dedicated vendor support hotline when critical issues occur. Furthermore, integrating open source with legacy platforms can be challenging. Unmaintained projects pose security risks, and hidden costs often arise in staff training and ongoing operational support. Now, regardless of the software model your organization uses, license compliance is not optional. Running unlicensed software introduces severe legal and financial vulnerabilities, leaving organizations exposed to unannounced external audits from industry regulators like the Business Software Alliance. From a security perspective, unlicensed installations frequently miss automated security updates, exposing the entire network to compromise. IT administrators must actively utilize software asset management tools to track license counts, ensure adherence, and mitigate risk. Let's summarize Week 3. We explored how system software manages underlying hardware, while application software serves end-user tasks. We examined how the software development lifecycle guides projects from initial concept to deployment, and how compilers and interpreters translate human code into executable machine instructions. We also analyzed the business implications of proprietary versus open source models, along with the essential requirement of software license management. Thank you for watching this lesson in the Information Technology Essential series. Up next, we'll explore enterprise systems and examine how large organizations coordinate mission-critical technology platforms. Be sure to check the playlist for the next video and subscribe to keep advancing your IT knowledge. See you in the next lesson.